I don't ever wait for a drink. I don't. I could buy my own. I don't ever wait just to link. I don't. She's sitting by the phone. It's a difference between you and me. I'ma tell you what the difference is. Money talking, I speak fluently. I speak fluently. I don't speak the same language. Let that money talk, we don't do no translation. All white, no stains, dripping Caucasian. Get the game hell, all these bitches can't take it. Baby girl, we don't speak the same language. I'm the type of broke just never hang with. I could do it different, all these bitches on the same shit. Untold, too cold, always top ranking. Baby girl, we don't speak the same language. Como estas? I just asked him how he doing. Oh yeah. He got me screaming no minds. You know he beat it up, he's so abusive. Let's get it. I'm on another level. Respect when you see me scared. These a verbal devil. Give it the heebie-jeebies, big bang, high rank. All you girls is teeny weeny. Top these girls the real gang. School the like Mr. Feeney. I walk in the club, they showing love. I hit the VIP. Water like a tub, they know what's up. I never need ID. Liquor in this cup, I sip it up. Got all the eyes on me. I am getting guap, I'm at the top. Nobody hires me. We can't relate, this roly face is holding all the way. I pay the price, I got this ice, I need a pair of skates. Cake, not a slice, I mix the batter and I watched it bake. Blacking up her eyes and watch her cry. She don't speak the same language. Let that money talk, we don't do no translation. All white, no stains, dripping Caucasian. Get the game hell, all these bitches can't take it. Baby girl, we don't speak the same language. I'm the type of broke just never hang with. I could do it different, all these bitches on the same shit. Untold, too cold, always top ranking. Baby girl, we don't speak the same language. I don't know what they be talking about. Can't decipher all the words that's coming from your mouth. Everybody running to the money, chose a different route. Tell the world I'm coming, fingers thumbing through a high amount. They run up the highest check, don't know what I'm buying yet. Money talking, walk, I don't share your dialect. Giving doses of this fire, brace yourself for side effects. Catch what you can with that wire, bet I got a wider net. We don't speak the same language.
Daddy is hot.
We don't speak the same language. We don't speak the same.
Oh, my little sweat. Hello. Thank you all for joining us for our special day change, date change, time change. Thank you for joining the Bossfest podcast. I'm Edwina.
Oh, I'm speaking for now. I'm Kevin now. Normally she just say this is Kevin. So.
I just like you threw me off because I'm waiting for my little box. Like everybody love the box, and now it's no box. Like I don't understand. So it just threw me off. Like
there you go. You ready?
I don't see it still. But I'm Edwina. This Kevin.
This Kevin.
This him. And our topic today is business and pleasure. So you ready to talk about it?
You have no foreplay. Just jump
I just jump in it. So, we chose
foreplay.
business and pleasure today. We did change the date. So one of the things that made us come up with business and pleasure as a topic is we've actually changed the business of our podcast for pleasure. Tomorrow is our anniversary. So it's our 15th year anniversary. I always be like,
sure?
Do I need to count? I don't be sure. But tomorrow is our 15th year anniversary. So that's why we changed the podcast from Wednesday to Tuesday. So we appreciate y'all working with us on the time change and coming and joining us. So anyway, let's get into it. And we talking business and pleasure.
Well, listen, you talking about business and pleasure. When I think about business and pleasure, it just seems like something that shouldn't be happening. But
I know. I feel like you're thinking nasty.
I'm thinking so nasty. I'm trying to get some of this business and pleasure going on.
Oh my God.
Especially tomorrow. Ooh.
Oh my God. So I think business and pleasure can be thought of a lot of different ways. So I felt like when you say business and pleasure for men, and I'm just gonna say men, I just think men automatically think that it's sexual. So do you mix business and pleasure? So I felt like a lot of people would think, are we saying like we trading sexual favors for like, business type of things? And it don't have to be that, but I mean, I guess it could be that as well. So like you ever write some grants for somebody and they say, look, I don't got the money for the grant, but like, can I slide you something on the side?
No, but now that I think about it, I might need to add that to my payment plan.
You funny.
I'm just saying, listen, everybody ain't got tangible dollars like that. It's just coming up short. We might
You're
do
funny.
my fault. My fault.
But no, seriously. So in today's world, I think sometimes people they think that they can trade, favors for other things. So when I think of business and pleasure, I just felt like that's how men were going they were going to sexualize it. But when I think business and pleasure, I think of like let's say you have a friend. So I keep my friends and my business separately. So a friend coming to me and being like, "Hey, I know we friends. Remember I helped you out on something else. Go ahead and hook me up with some free stuff with your business." The two don't mix. If you help me out with something in personal, then I look out for you in personal. But business is business. Like if you want some of my services or my product, then you pay because you want to support my business. But I don't think people think that way. So that's what I'm saying business and pleasure. I'm thinking of it like friendship way, not sexual way.
But when you use the word pleasure, that can be misleading.
Okay.
So for me, if you're thinking business and pleasure, it's what are these benefits I get for us working together? So there's a lot of people who in regular worlds, 9 to 5 space and things of that nature, uh, they might have gotten certain positions due to some pleasurable situations.
So they traded some sexual favors to move up in the
Right.
business. Okay.
Right. But they also could have actually helped somebody out, which in the way you're thinking, but it's also one of those things where I swear these kids. They so distracting.
It's also one of those things.
It's also one of those things where you definitely do think that sexual favors are part of that equation too. You think business and pleasure. Like to me, for men, I think most men are definitely gonna think some type of sexual favor.
Most men are you.
All right.
I mean, I asked if there's any men in the chat. When we say, pleasure, do you automatically think sex?
I think a lot of times when we think about things and we try to preference everybody in that assessment. So I would say for me personally, I think if someone's talking about some, hey man, if you do this for me, I'm gonna hook you up. You take care of me, I take care of you. And they talking like using terms like pleasure. Then I'm thinking some sexual stuff, and I'm definitely like not trying to get shot and killed over that.
So, I mean, that's really what the question is. I'm pretty sure if we have any business owners that are paying attention to the podcast, definitely chime in. If anyone's approached you where, if you do this business thing for me, can I trade a sexual favor of some sort for that? To me, I feel like pleasure can be thought of different ways, but we work in business together, and I'll be completely transparent with our business and our pleasure. If you piss me off in the office, it does relay like later on.
You know what?
I don't know how to turn off that business with you.
That is definitely a great example of business and pleasure in the negative. Very much so, because we could be handling some business stuff and we don't agree. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden it translates to some
on the couch.
On the couch.
It does. So because I'm just the type of person, if I'm upset or if I don't agree and we can't come to an agreement, 5:00 may happen. So business time is cut off and now it's time for family time. I'm still mad from the decision that you said at 12:00. So it does translate for me in our particular relationship. But like I said, as a woman, I don't necessarily equate pleasure to sex. So
then why say the term, why not just say you look out for me, I look out for you? Why say the term business and pleasure? Because if you're saying pleasure, I'm thinking fucking.
I just don't think pleasure always has to mean that.
I don't think it does. But all right, so for example, I work with several different uh photographers, people I work with, friends and stuff. They've done pictures for us, different content for us and things like that. I don't necessarily like, hey man, you take care of me, I got that pleasure on the back end for you. I'm just saying, it just don't.
No one. I mean, okay, if you put it in a sentence like that, of course it doesn't correlate like that.
You use your English classes and tell me what sentence you can do.
Okay, so then let's broaden it. Okay,
okay.
So in business, have you had situations where people have said, I know our relationship is this, but I want to trade some business. It don't have to necessarily be sexual, but I want to trade your business, whatever, your service, your product for something else.
All the damn time.
And then how do you feel about that?
It depends on who the person is asking me. If it's somebody I feel like I can get a fair value for the trade-off, I'm more open to hearing the ideal or the suggestion. If it's one of those situations where I feel like you're just trying to get all you can out of me, and then whatever little bit you think you're going to give me, I'm supposed to accept, no, it ain't going to fly that way. I typically stray away from that type of business. So we do grant writing. A lot of nonprofits come to us and they say, hey, listen, if you do the work and, you write the grant stuff, when we win the grant, then I'm going to give you a piece of it on the back end. Now that sounds all well and good. The problem with that statement is that I'm not invested in that business. So if I'm not invested in that business, meaning that I'm not a shareholder, I'm not on the board, I'm not part of the business structure, then technically that money, I can't get that money. People who do that, the people do that and they trust that process, that's all well and good. But for me, no, listen, I may do 400 hours worth of work and stuff. Right.
So what you're saying though is not necessarily a trade. So that just sounds like someone who doesn't understand how grant writing goes. So like let me give you an example.
Okay.
So I feel like people close to you, and you can call them associates or you can call them friends. For me, it takes a lot for you to make it into my friend category.
Associate.
Okay, so let's just say like associates. Sometimes when people think that they are close enough to you and they have access to you, you owe them something. So
owe them.
Oh, it's a very strong word, but I feel like they feel like you owe them something.
So what you're saying is that because of what? So our businesses that we have, Hypnotize Me, pens and stuff like that, you're working with somebody who has, I don't know, a different type of business, but they can provide a service that can benefit your business. If you don't go with them with their business, they feel like they might be owed something.
I'll ask the chat. So if anyone's in the chat, have you ever, if you're a business owner, or have you had any experience where someone may be close to you for whatever reason, and you've just had a feeling like this person feels like you owe them, whatever that may be. So for me, I try to keep my friends, my associates, whatever, that particular lifestyle separate from my business lifestyle.
Yeah, you don't have too many friends.
Right. So I keep a close circle. But this close circle of people, whatever we're doing, is completely separate from whatever my business life is.
True.
But I do network and try to have relationships with people. And for me, it's very important, if you're pouring something into my business, that I be able to return that to you. Because I know how it feels when people, like, I call it picking your brain. I just want to pick from you. I just want to take from you. So like when I give to you, what are you now providing of me? Don't just drain me dry. But some people, I feel like, get close enough to you where they are like, hey, I'm in your circle, so whatever it is I do, you got to provide, like, you got to use me. Even though you may have had someone, let's say like a realtor, right? Let's say I've known a realtor for like 20 years now, but now I'm networking and now I have a business. So I'm about to buy a house. They feel like I should have to go with them. But what if I had this person, like 20 years long that I've known that has done nothing wrong? Why would I choose you over that person? And why do you feel like I'm obligated to have to choose you? Because we're now in a networking circle. Why is that? So I just kind of like pleasure, almost like, why can't we keep those things separately? We're networking and we're building this foundation. Why do we now have to be like, come into the business world and then I have to go with you, or I have to use your service, I have to give to you from my business to yours? why is that like a mandatory type of thing? Because we're now like connecting. Does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. I think why a lot of people feel that way or think that way is because, especially if you go into these events and you're networking and things, they assume that you may be their next customer.
But why? Why we just can't be cool?
Because they went in. Honestly, I think it's challenging because sometimes people going into these networking events trying to build friendships, but they don't really want friendships. They want potential customers and potential clients. So the lines get blurred. So I guess that's where the business and the pleasure kicks in.
Right.
Because we start talking about how we can do this together and do that together. That ain't really related to business. And then when a business opportunity may come their way, they feel obligated because we've now done 2 or 3 events together that they automatically is top tier to get your business.
Right. So I can't go like for drinks with someone that happens to own a business and like really like you. And not have to do business with you. Like we can't be friends and acquaintances. And then like a business opportunity comes and I say like, I know we're cool, but I got this person. Is it like an obligation now to have to go with this other person because we're cool and we've done drinks and stuff before?
Honestly, I think it depends on.
Okay, so someone in the chat says they don't own a business, but they have family and they feel like they owe them. Like they have to like go with the family.
I like that. But that's the rule, though. That's what we were taught growing up. You always go with the family. Ooh,
I don't think you should have to go with the family. What if the family isn't the best person?
Family be terrible, but the term is blood is thicker than water. But sometimes I'd
I
rather
think
have
we
the
should
water.
right. I think we should change the
I'd rather
term.
deal with the water some days.
I think you should create the family. Like in 2023, we're doing new things. But let's say, like in this particular scenario with the comment, let's say the family leave a lot of work undone. But I'm obligated to go with the family because you family. But I know a person that I know is going to do quality work. But I feel like I owe them because they family.
Yeah, and in the concept of doing business with family be giving you the worst customer service because they feel like you know them.
The same, like, you know, and that's kind of the
Which
thing
is with certain
right,
friends.
exactly.
They
so
give
now
you
you on the same page.
Poor customer service because you family or you supposed to be this friend, or they assume you automatically gonna go with them, and you can't question they bullshit.
Right. So you're not giving me up to par service. And what do you get is, man, you know, I got you. Don't worry about it. Like, we going to get it. I do have another job, so I'm going to get you after. Like, those type of things. Is that acceptable? So, I mean, the same thing I feel like applies. So I feel like that's a really great comment. And where you say business and pleasure, how does that apply? And why do people feel like you owe them?
I'm still processing it. So for me, the whole "OU" part, I hate that phrase.
All right. So what's another word instead of OU?
No,
since you want to harp on that?
No, I'm not trying to harp on it. I'm just trying to, provide an objective opinion to the process. But I definitely think that if we are doing business, regardless of what the situation is, we definitely got to understand that, hey, once we do business, I'm going to treat you like I treat any business. I'm going to look at what your work is, how long you've been doing it, what's your price range, is you outpricing yourself? Is you the best price? If your price too cheap, are you going to give me the quality service I'm looking for? So a lot of things like that goes into a factor, especially when dealing with family or sometimes friends, because they don't value.
But you can't do that. You owe them. So you can't look at all this quality of work or what my price is or whatever, because you in my network, you my friend. We just went to Chili's last week and we got drunk. So of course you gonna use me because we chill together. Why does any of that matter?
Don't matter to you. It definitely matters to me.
But that's the point. So that's literally exactly what we're saying. So you could go to Chili's with someone because you like their personality, but you may not like how they handle their business. But now you owe them because y'all are cool.
Yeah, then they start being distant because you didn't want to choose their business. You went with somebody else, especially travel agents. Boy,
let's not be petty on the podcast.
Well, listen, boy, them travel agents be petty. They just started their business and they want everybody to book with them. But you've been doing your own thing or working with somebody else for some years and stuff. Why didn't you go with me? I would have found you the rate. Man, bro. Okay, maybe not.
I think it's a lot of different travel agents out there. So, I mean, I guess it's a lot of every different business. So the same thing applies.
But do you feel obligated to have to do work with all of them? because I know several of them. I work with one. He has never once came up to me and said, he know I take vacations regularly and stuff like that. He has never once came to me and said, hey, bruh, why don't you use my service? You know, I'm a travel agent.
So then,
but women do that stuff sometimes with each other.
No, don't make it be a woman thing. I don't think it's a woman thing. I think it just depends on the personality. So, and that being said, like somebody could argue, well, are you doing enough to put your business out there? So maybe he knows you take trips and he hasn't come to you and he said anything, but maybe he's like, I'm still nervous about my business, so he hasn't approached you. I think it's all in a personality, but the same thing applies. So now if someone's in your circle, like you have a couple photographers in your circle, right? Because I know your group of friends, and if you use another photographer outside of that circle of friends, does the friend that's a photographer say, man, what the hell? Like you don't use them 20,000 times, but once you go outside of that circle, is it like, man, that's messed up? Like, I thought we had a connection. I don't want to mess with you no more because you don't use so-and-so now.
No, that's what women do. We as men, nah, we don't do that. Listen, you went with him? Oh, man. Okay, I understand. Women do that.
So you got to offer that man some pleasure. See?
Pleasure.
You hate that word pleasure. Hello. Business and pleasure. You got to offer him some pleasure. I'm going to keep saying that all day now. Don't look at me. He going to be salty, y'all. But you're saying it's a woman thing. You don't think it's a personality thing? So are you saying women are the only ones that get catty in business?
I'm saying women can't move beyond what I've seen because I can only base it off of I won't say a whole community.
Because you like the
I like the community people.
Yeah, you do like the community people, and you like to bring fake facts.
Okay. I do like the community people,
okay.
but I'll say based off of my assessment of things and experiences, it's always been women treating other women rough when it comes to business. Let you go buy cupcakes from somebody else and you've been supposed to getting cupcakes from this other person during Christmas time or holiday time. Listen, I've seen some oh, you ain't getting your order from me this year? Nah, bruh. I'm working with somebody else. They got a better rate. They stuff don't taste like mine, though.
See, I don't know, like you say that, like, and I instantly thought, like, I got a couple cupcake people that I rock with, and I have a couple of cupcake people that I rock with, so I don't think that's the case.
Right, so what you do is, you try to be the, I'm going to save everybody. Let me buy.
I'm super save a hoe with the business.
Super save a hoe. I'm going to buy 3 cupcakes from this one. I'm going to buy 2.5 cupcakes from this one over here. I might get the banana pudding from this one over here. So I touched everybody, so can't nobody talk shit.
So I do that because I believe in supporting small businesses, not because I feel like I'm obligated. But I will say this. You gonna try to prove me wrong? I already see you fixing your mouth.
I just don't want to drive to 20 different locations, man, when we can just stop at one place.
Yes, we do that. But I feel like the support. So if I can stretch the support amongst a lot of people, then by all means. But I won't say that I haven't been in certain situations and I'm like, man, I'm not buying anything while I'm here. I'm just going to chill. And then I felt like an obligation to have to. And maybe that's me as a person because no one was like pulling me. But I definitely have felt like, man, you know, I ain't going to buy nothing. But the moment I get out the car, like, dang, but I know them. I got to go ahead and.
I got to go buy something from them because I know them. Let me go get something.
So maybe it is just a woman thing. I guess we could, in the chat, if y'all feel like maybe women are only obligated to support like business friends, or maybe only women feel catty in business. You telling me men have no cattiness in business whatsoever?
I'm not saying we can have our ways, but I think if I was to go get my hair cut from a different barber, my barber ain't finna blow. Somebody else edged you up.
That is a perfect situation.
Somebody else would have edged you up, huh? Somebody would have edged you up.
But I watched you like for a whole month not get a haircut. And I said, when are you going to get your haircut? Because you're looking real rough. And you said, man, but I can't make it to my man's though.
I can't.
So you weren't going to go outside of that circle. And you've had a relationship with this person for years.
Right.
You almost seem like you're cheating. You feel like you're cheating. That's how it sounds when you say it to me.
I feel like I'm cheating.
Right. So it's the same thing.
It's infidelity.
So you're saying this man ain't going to say nothing.
He ain't gonna say
but
nothing.
I feel like you would literally duck and hide so that he wouldn't know you did it.
Nope. I'm just saying. I just feel that.
Come on now. Like that's the same thing.
I'm just saying. Your barber's your barber. You got women.
Why is that okay, though?
Women can go to 5 different people to mess their head up. You know, your barber, if he been messing your head up from day one, man, let him just.
You got to stick with that. You got to stick
with. I mean, just keep hitting this side. You getting this side good. Just put it a little bit more on that side, and we there. We almost got it. We work with them. Women, y'all will sit there and lie to. Yeah, girl, you did my. Knowing you hated it. Yeah. Oh, you still got the same number, right? I'm gonna call you because I got to get it done again. All right, girl, call me.
I don't say that.
Hit him with the Miss. It ain't the Miss Park. It's Craig mama. All right. Okay.
So somebody said in the comments, it's the same thing. So literally you're saying the exact same thing. So that means men do exactly what women do. And I have been in situations where I've gotten a service before and I've been like, okay, I'm going to act like I like this service even though I don't. But I ain't going to be like, I got your number. I'm just going to be like, okay, and move on. And they never going to hear from me again.
A lot of people ain't heard from you again, huh?
A lot of people have not heard from me again. You've known me for a lot of years, so a lot of people have not heard from me. So look, someone said, I'm loyal to my barber, but I do have one on deck in case bruh tied up. So we got a backup, a side piece barber. A side piece barber.
Why is everything sexual with you?
It's not. That's what it is. I got my barber on the side piece. God, that's exactly what they said. I got a side. I got the main and I got the side. What else does that mean?
What that means is that, hey, man, maybe I got an emergency. I can't get to my dude, but I know I need to get this edge. Cool. Got it.
So I'm going to call my side.
Got it. Understand that piece of it.
So then the question then becomes,
I am faithful. I don't have a side barber.
You don't. You just go around.
I've been committed for 20 plus years. I'm dedicated. That's the type of relationships I build around here.
You so funny. So the same thing then applies. So let's say now you and your barber, your main, right? Y'all go out for drinks. Your main. Y'all go out for drinks. Y'all hang out. Y'all whatever. But now you want to kind of drift to the side. You seen he do like the little glue in piece or whatever. And you want to try that. So how do you feel? Do you feel obligated to be like, hey, bro, can you try this? Even though you know he can't do it. Or do you go to the side because that's what you really want? Like, that's the question. Like, the pleasure in the business. You and your barber hang out. How do you feel about it?
Number one, for clarity purposes, if I ever want to glue something in here, I'm just going to cut it all off and just deal with the knot in the back of my head.
No, we talked about this before. Gluing is fine. You're not finna glue shame nobody.
I am not gluing nothing.
All right, well, you're not going to glue anything, but you're not going to glue shame everybody
else.
I
will glue shame the hell out of them. Don't you be no grown man putting glue in your head and some weave and getting it edged up. That is a violation of the rules. Violation of the rules.
All right, so man code 3252. Answer the question though.
Thou shalt not glue.
Answer the question though. So
I'm not. Listen, if my man's can't do the glue thing, then the glue thing just wasn't meant for me to do.
So you're not gonna cheat. You feel obligated.
No, I'm loyal. Ain't about cheating or obligation. I'm loyal.
So in that same situation, I'm gonna go back. You touched on a situation. So let's say that in these business relationships that we build, someone gives you an outrageous price, but they're part of your circle. You feel obligated to go with the outrageous price, like the price you think is outrageous, because obviously someone's price is their price. But do you feel obligated to pay the price because they're in the circle?
Before, I would just stop talking to them. Like, nah, man, we decided not to do it.
Like, you just don't say that to them at all? They're not your friend no more?
No, I may lie about it. Nah, we ain't do it. Just hide the pictures for a while. Like, yeah, we did it. Decided the last minute. We saw you was booked up or something. Either way. But
okay, so lie. Lie is the better option.
We have determined by last week's show that lying is a great option.
Okay.
So I'm going to lie, Alex, for 800.
Okay. So that's your final answer because you don't want to hurt the person's feeling that's in your circle. You lie to them about the service.
Now, listen, sometimes price is outrageous. I tell people all the time, your price is your price, especially with us. I know what it takes for me to do my job. And if I price myself out of business with certain people, then I understood I price myself out of business. I would hope that those people around me understand that same dynamic. Amen. Your price is your price. If you're getting that, no problem. But you may inadvertently price yourself out of business with me. And that's just what it was. It didn't mean that I didn't think you had a good service, or I didn't think that your service didn't have value. It mean that wasn't the price I was prepared to pay, or the price I thought I would be paying based off of other assessments.
So that's what you tell them. You're like, you good, but I just can't afford you.
Yeah. Like, listen, man, I can't do that. What you think you now? They come back and say what you can do. I'm like, listen, bro, I ain't trying to tell you to give me a better, bring your price down. But this is the budget I was looking at. If they didn't agree to it, then that was their choice. But I'm never going to force somebody to come down on their price, like sometimes happen in business, where people try to force someone price on them. You go to a certain place, like, dang, how much was that shirt? Man, there's no way that shirt that much. You should only be charging $5 for that shirt.
And that's what I'm saying. So now that's your friend who's saying, man, that shirt 20, but you should only be charging 5. Why do they feel like that's okay? Like, why does your friend think they can do you like that?
Maybe they're not thinking much about it. Maybe they really wasn't trying to. They had a goal of supporting you just to support because it's you, but it wasn't necessary for them to support in that matter.
All right, so someone says prices may be prices, but if in the same circle, I would say that's when you can negotiate. So do you ever feel like it's okay to be like, let's negotiate on your prices?
I'm never negotiating with anyone price. If you tell me that's your price and that's what you came up with, then that's your price. If you just priced yourself out of business, cool. But I don't know what it takes to do your job. Or like we bought like some cupcakes the other day. Well, it was like
I don't know what they was.
It was a dozen.
I feel like you about to be messy.
No, it was a dozen.
Okay, it was a dozen.
It was a dozen cupcakes.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the time when eggs were at $10 a dozen or something.
Yesterday the eggs was $10.
The eggs done kind of went down now. The price done went down on eggs.
So from yesterday to today,
it ain't yesterday.
Eggs, okay.
But the price of eggs was high. So when I said, damn, that's high. And I thought about it, I said, you know what? Think about the price of goods now, based off of what this product is. This is probably within range.
Okay.
So I have to look at things from that way. But you ain't finna come at me with some Dollar Tree stuff and try to charge me $10 for it. Like, hey, man, I got this little bit of hot sauce. Boy, this thing busting. $10.
But now if that's your friend, so you hang out with this person.
And I just told you, they priced it. They ain't meant for me then.
But you're okay with telling your friend, the person in your circle, hey, this is, like, I understand you selling hot sauce packets, but I'm just not going to rock with your hot sauce. You okay with telling your friend that?
Absolutely.
You don't feel no obligation with having to do business because that's your friend?
Nope.
Now, let's say your friend says the hot sauce packet was $10, but you say that and they're like, all right, so I'm going to make it $8.
If it's still out of the price range, it's still out of the price range.
So now they don't want to be your friend anymore because obviously
women do that.
So you're saying men don't do that at all?
No, bro. Women do that.
So you're saying that women are incapable of being able to sit and say, hey, I don't agree with your price. That's not for me. And we can't move past that. It's just the friendship is over because I don't want to do business with you.
What ends up happening is the person who doesn't agree with the price with women, most times they try to talk their friend down into an unrealistic price to where it's getting the service pretty much at cost.
So the hot sauce went from $10 to 50 cents.
It went to at cost. Like, this is what I get the items for at cost. And they're like, yeah, we can do it now. And then what you do is now that person like, all right, man, now I got it at cost, but now they want more stuff that wasn't initially negotiated. And listen, we just do party planning because hot sauce packing, we just playing around with that. But let's say you throwing a party for someone.
Okay.
We party event planners. They want, all right, man, they want the balloon arches, they want the background, they want the chairs.
They want a lot of shit.
They want all the stuff. You go and tell them, man, all right, man, price for this is $1,500 or whatever. Ooh, $1,500. I wasn't thinking it was gonna be that much. So what you was thinking? I don't know. I just didn't think it was gonna be that much. If I helped you out, could I cut a little bit of cost?
You mean like I help you decorate?
Right. Somebody say, "Oh, if I help you decorate or do
okay, because it's your friend, I'm gonna help you."
Right.
All right.
Right. I want to do this, but if there's any way I can help cut the cost, I want to do this. I want it to look nice. I want you to promote your business so people see how good you is. We can
don't
tell
say like that because I like to tell people I want them to promote their business.
We gonna tell them this the price you charge me, but we know it ain't really this.
Okay.
Whatever. But see what I can do. I'm gonna help you out and do this. Friends say, you know what? All right, then. If you say you're gonna help me out, you're gonna pay this, you're gonna pay for this, you're gonna pay for that. All right, I can break the price down to this price.
All right, so we went from 1,500 to what?
Let's say we went from 15. Let's say we cut it in half.
Okay.
We went from 15 to 750.
Yeah, I have.
All right. So now you pretty much charging almost at cost. You ain't really making no money.
Right.
So now the event comes and stuff. You like, all right, we need to do these balloons. What's up? Oh yeah, I ain't know I was gonna be doing this. I gotta do my hair. That done fell through. This done fell through. That done fell through. Da 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 da. But they still want that $750 price. But now they ain't coming through with their agreements, right?
I guess I'm assuming right, so that you can keep going.
Yeah.
Okay.
Say right. Agree.
Okay. So
One of the few times you may ever just agree with me.
I'm just like, okay, so I'm agree so that we can keep it going. So they don't hold up their end of the
They
bargain.
don't hold up their end of the bargain. And now the person who changed their price for their friend to try to match their friend's budget, now they slide it in a way because, man, damn, I should have charged my original price. I would have knew what I was dealing with. I could have got whatever supporting people I need to help me get this done. Because then what happens is now my name is on the line. People know that I present this type of business, type of service. So you didn't come through with your stuff. And now if someone sees this event, like, oh, she did this? Okay, I don't need to deal with her. This don't look
right,
like.
but so
And you said she charged you how much? Ugh, that's way too much.
right, but then that's the business owner's fault, is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Because you was looking out for your friend.
You were looking out for your friend, and now you feel slighted by the friend. Friend ain't feeling no type of way because they got the price they wanted.
The friend probably is feeling some type of way. So now imagine you cut the service a little bit. Like you cut off a little bit of the service. And the friend, I just imagine, would still be like, I thought you said you was going to do this. I thought you said it was going to look like this, and it don't.
And then add some more towards the end of the, then try to add a little bit more. Ooh, can you get such and such too? Yeah.
So in those particular situations, it brings us back to the question of like, can you be in a friend circle and then still do business? Can you mix the business and the pleasure?
I already told you. For women, no. Men.
Women can never mix business and pleasure.
Oh, y'all too petty.
You are like the pettiest man that I know.
You only know 3 of us, so.
That's not true. I
That's
know a
fine.
lot of different guys, and you are the pettiest. Like you, and I think really, like this is totally off topic, but I think you make me feel like guys like tea because you like tea and you like the gossip and you are very petty. So that's why I feel like
False. I don't.
No, that's not false.
I don't like the gossip. I like to listen to the gossip, but I'm not out here running my mouth about what's happening with my friends and stuff. You can't.
That's for taking in the gossip.
I'm listening to your gossip. You be so ready to tell it. That's part of the men having
Any
to
of my
listen
friends, I could be on the phone talking about what we did yesterday, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you come, y'all did that for real? Like you wasn't even on the phone.
What's the speakerphone on?
I'm gonna bring it back. The point that I'm saying,
Don't invite me to the conversation.
you weren't invited. You are not invited to the conversation.
Speakerphone means I'm invited.
Just like you don't be invited to the picnic, you just show up.
Don't plug in the GPS then. I know it got directions.
So what I'm saying is, as a petty man yourself, you're saying to me that men never go through these type of situations. This is isolated to women. I just can't believe that only women would have issues.
Only women.
So look, I would say if there's any men in the chat, but I can't tell if there are any men in the chat that could co-sign because you don't be having no co-signers.
Fair enough. So I'm not saying we're very supportive.
That.
So what we do as men, we may lack support for fellow men and stuff like that, but women pretend support.
Ouch.
Y'all will pretend support.
All right, so elaborate on pretend support.
So it sounds self-explanatory.
No, because I don't know what a pretend supporter is. So are you saying like I like your post? I'd be like, hey girl, you doing it?
I think,
go ahead, girl.
I think sharing posts and liking posts and creating energy that actually is beneficial to businesses. So to me, that is
okay. So then I don't know what fake support is. Like I said,
but for me, the pretend support be I'm doing that on Facebook, but I'm not doing that in person. So if somebody asks about somebody's services and things like that, the same energy I'm doing for Facebook, I should be ready to do that in real life.
Okay,
situations.
so and I think you have someone in the comments they agree with what you're saying. Definitely will pretend.
Somebody finally agree with me.
You got one agreeer.
Can we frame that?
No. So what you're saying is on Facebook, women like each other and they be like, "Go girl, I see you, hey,
I see you, queen."
And then in real life, what happens?
Do your thing, boo.
And they do their mouth like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in real life, then what is it?
Real life is just like one. It's that. It's that
So
BS.
it's like, this bitch thinks she doing it.
Right.
So there's no support. Okay, so you actually have a man in the comments, and they agree with you.
See that?
You better.
We getting that men support right now.
Oh Lord!
I'm
Don't
winning.
go away because he is very excited.
I'm very excited. You see the smile on my face. I'm excited.
So, I guess so. That still brings me back to the friend circle. So, in a friend circle, are there friends that are in a circle who are like fake supporters? Then,
For women, a 40%. Gotta see if this is a Pew Research. It got somebody did a research on women's support systems because they be
somebody did that.
Somebody had to. Listen, y'all the only ones that have so many damn women empowerment group meetings and shit like that and still don't be empowering each other. Y'all will have 20 events but hosted by everybody in the event talking about we doing this, we gotta be better queen and stuff like that, and still be like, I ain't mess with her. Y'all just rough, man.
Okay, so this one says that they will like and share your event but never show up. So for that, I have to say that hit you hard. But what if they couldn't show up? Should we not like and share? Like, let's say I had a baby shower that day and I can't show up, but I still want to like and share.
Okay, I ain't mad at that. Like and share. But don't tell me, man, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Then when they close to the event, they hit you with one of those, oh, that was last weekend? Why didn't you remind me? Girl, you knew I would have been there. I wouldn't have missed that for the world. Like, bitch, I posted it all year long. What is you talking about? Man, I can't believe. Why didn't you call me and tell me?
I have had some situations where you should have just reminded me on the day of. I'm like, when someone is doing an event, that's what they have time to do. Remind you on the day of. Stop playing with me.
It hit you hard, but don't.
I have had that, so I can say. That's petty? Is that pettiness?
That's just
so in the friend circle, like when your friend hits you with that comment, you should have reminded me on the day of the event. That's the friend that you should stop talking to that friend because they fake. Like don't mix with them anymore.
It's cool to just say, man, I forgot. I wasn't paying attention, or my money was short. It's cool. At certain events, costs and stuff like that, my money was short. Whatever. An emergency came up. But if you made that commitment, you said, hey, I'm going to be at your event. Send me the information. Mm-hmm. You send them the information. Then they be like, ooh, ain't the Vic, send me the information again. Bitch, go back up in your messages. Like, why do I got to send it to you again? No. I got a new phone. All right, whatever. Because they can't transfer data now.
So again, you're saying this is only something that women
isolated
do.
To women.
But maybe it's only something that you can recall that women do because men don't support each other at all. You never make it to that point. You never say, hey, you my friend, so I'm going to support you in business, or I'm going to go to this event for you, or hey, remind me. Y'all never make it to any of that. Somebody said that they have a lot of the people that you described in their group.
Mm-hmm. Still part of their group. Listen, this is the time where you X them people out of your group. Go ahead and unfollow them. You don't need to see their BS. Unfollow them.
But wait a minute. So it still is the business and pleasure. So let's just say you have those type of people in your group. Maybe it was a real life situation that happened. Like, shouldn't someone get a pass at some point?
If it's a real life situation, but how many passes do you get?
I guess that's the question, because like in certain situations, like I've had, whether you're saying business or pleasure, like I talked about liking to pour into people as they pour into me. But at some point you have situations where you feel like you keep giving in the situation, you keep giving, and you're never getting any return. I'm not saying you should like tally mark it, like, bitch, I done did something for you 1, 2, 3, 4, like, and you're never doing anything for me. But at what point do you say, all right, I keep giving and you're not giving anything, so we done?
So you keep a score.
No, I'm not saying you keep score, but I'm just saying everyone has that certain level where you think back, you be like, damn, I gave that bit like a lot of knowledge. I gave you some business ideas. I gave you this. I helped out for this. When is it going to be like returned?
If you're not keeping score, how you know you're losing?
You just feel like you lose. It's a feeling in your spirit.
This is like city league sports. Ain't nobody keeping score, but we all know who won the game. I'm just saying.
Okay, well, let me read this comment. It says, female friends tend to expect rates to resemble their friendship or the relationship. Men typically respect business and keep that separate. I think that's a good call. So females expect discounts based on the years of friendship or how close we are, and men are like, whatever your price is your price. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely agree with it. And I'm gonna get personal with this one.
All right,
So my friend Eric Richardson Photography.
Oh, you gonna call him out?
Yeah, go
Eric Richardson.
Go check out his work. He does great photography work. So we've been friends. We actually hated each other back in high school when we played sports. But as we became adults and matured, he's become a great friend. So he's done several photo shoots for us, different things like that, taking care of us really well.
Okay.
So when it came to his pricing, I never asked him once, that's your price? Say less. Never questioned it. I'm good with the price. Pay the money.
Have you ever questioned anyone's price though?
I have.
Okay.
So my friend sometimes isn't even the cheapest price, but because of the quality of the work, it's worth the price to me.
Okay.
Because
you know the quality of the work.
Because I know the quality of work.
Okay, let's say you didn't know the quality of the work though.
Now, if I don't know, if I'm doing pictures, I got to see something.
Okay, so continue.
Food,
so you know
food
his
might be
price.
different, but if I'm looking at photography and stuff, I'm going to see what you're doing and not doing. But my wife here and some of her people's associates wanted me to use my friendship to get them a better rate.
Oh, Lord.
Just hit me with call him and see. Oh, that's how much he charging. Oh, that's extremely too high. And don't book his services. No, can you call him up and see if he can get us a better rate? No. But can you ask him, can he extend his time? I may do that, but I ain't finna do it at an inconvenience to him.
Again, you are the pettiest person that I know. Like, seriously. Like, that was not even necessary for you.
It felt good. It was weighing heavily on my soul.
It must have been weighing heavily on your soul. So
I'm glad I got that released.
So
Jesus,
I don't think, and I'm not saying that I've never, but I definitely try to be very cautious to not question anyone in their price nor their time, because I feel like time is more valuable than money. But I do understand certain relationship connections that may go beyond certain things, but I definitely don't ask for someone to give me something. That's whether it's personal or business. And you've known me for a lot of years. We've done this since teenagers, and we've done it alone. So we have a big, I guess I'll call it a complex that we have together, not asking anyone to do anything for us.
True.
And I don't want to feel like I owe you because you did something. So I'm not going to ask anyone to do that.
So if I ask something for somebody, that means I trust you and value our relationship. If I ask anyone to do anything for me.
I think if I ask someone, I'm prepared to return something, because I don't want it to be one side that I'm asking something of you that I can't give something back to you.
Gotcha.
But you're saying in this particular situation, some women came to you and they felt like through your connection, they could get something for free.
Right.
Which is basically what the comment said, that women.
Right. Women do that. So we have done business with my friend, didn't question the price, got services good. Somebody else saw some of our pictures, thought about using the services, groups you were with, tried to use you to convince me to convince him to figure out what we can do to get a better rate or get a lower price. Not me say a better rate, but a lower price. But still need 15 wardrobe changes, use the space for the next 6 hours, and I need every picture.
Your pettiness just don't turn off.
And we need every picture he take.
Listen, Facebook world, when his wife started getting real petty and start bringing up some of his situations, he gonna be in his feelings.
Feelings so deep.
But yes, that definitely did happen. And I guess that brings the point. So when you're talking about friend, like pleasure and personal, or pleasure and business, in that particular situation, I didn't feel comfortable approaching your person to ask for a price, even though we know them on a type of level where we could drink, we hang out at their house, but that's their business, which to me, I feel separate, right, and didn't feel comfortable going to them to ask them for a discount on their services.
It hurt my soul to go to that person and say, hey, bro, I know we friends. Can you do this or do that? If you're going to keep the same price, can I add some extras?
And even if that person was like, yes, that's what I was going to do, I was going to pay for that service on the back end, regardless of what the group of women decided to do.
So I still gonna have to pay the difference.
Well, because when you approach someone, so that's exactly what we're saying in this conversation. You don't gotta get yes, you was gonna pay the difference. And when I say yes, I really mean me. So I said I was going to pay the difference. But that's the same thing and not feeling comfortable. Like because there was a friendship or a connection, going to someone and saying, I feel like I can get you, I can haggle your price because I know you, I can cut you down on your price, or hey, like we cool, so do this one for me. That's the same thing. It doesn't feel comfortable to me. But why are so many other people comfortable with approaching people like that, regardless of their relationship? Why it's like it's cool if they do it, but it's a problem if I do it. I just don't think that should be allowed. You shouldn't do it. If you're gonna pay somebody else a regular price for their service, treat your friend the same way. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
It makes a lot of sense to me. I told you. Men don't do that. Women do.
So we're having a whole conversation that only applies to one group of people.
Yes, man, women. And
let's take a poll.
And I'm
so
not.
If y'all are paying attention. Is this only a women thing? Do only women feel like they can approach people? We already heard from the one dude in the comments. Do only women feel like they can approach people and ask for discounts on services? Y'all let me know in the comments. And if that's the case, then we need to cut it the fuck out.
Y'all ain't gonna cut it out. Y'all been trained or conditioned to try to get as much as you can with giving up as less as you can.
So is it only women that be like, look, I give you some sexual favors for some services?
Yeah, listen, women think
dudes don't offer up dick appointments for services. They don't do that.
Let's be for real. The whole concept of even being in relationships and stuff like that is all about what the man can do, provide, give, and the only thing the woman brings to the table is some pussy.
Hold on now. That's all we bring to the table?
But listen, before y'all get established, like, yeah.
Now you need to come up with some more like stuff like what we bring to the table. Okay, so this will say dudes definitely do. They definitely try to trade dick appointments for services.
Who in the hell said that? That blasphemous statement.
So, and somebody second that men do it, but women do it more. So y'all out here still offering dick appointments.
Blasphemy.
That's not blasphemy. Look, that's a lie, Kevin. That's what the comment says. That is a lie, Kevin. People are out here. Men are out here offering dick appointments. I appreciate
you calling my name out.
So that means that y'all do it just as much.
No, we don't.
You maybe no one, y'all aren't outright saying that we did it. Like your friends ain't like, man, I just offered this girl what? I need somebody to paint my house. I'm gonna offer her a dick appointment.
Nope. It's for real. So a chick finna come paint or do it? Come on. Let's be for real.
Chicks can paint. Now you're not finna do that. You're not gonna be sexist like that. Chicks can paint. All right, let's pick something else. What do chicks? I braid your daughter hair. So I'm gonna offer you some dick for some hair. I'm gonna put a wig on. You want this dick for the wig? No, that don't seem like.
Nope. But I'm in youth sports. I know a lot of women and got their kids registration and stuff paid for by offering ass. I know a lot.
Registration $40.
No, registration, spirit pack, and all that. I know a lot of kids who shouldn't deserve to be on the field.
Now you putting that organization.
Listen,
y'all, he is messy as hell.
That is the whole game.
Organization.
That is the whole game. That's all of them.
Don't let Mr. Petty find out your business.
All of them.
I ain't came on here and told nobody business. You done told two stories in a whole organization business up here.
I did, didn't I?
You might as well call out the women name. Let me go ahead and tag them who getting their spirit packs paid for. Go ahead, Messy. I'm ready. I'm ready to type.
It was Lisa, Keisha. Oh, my fault.
So this say women talk about it afterwards, but men let it go. So men offering dick appointments, but they don't say nothing after. They just keep it quiet. So that's probably what's factual.
Translate into which language?
Look at that.
So even Siri trying to.
So men are basically exactly the same.
No.
I will say I just keep thinking of this story. I had a friend that I knew a few years back, and she had a broken wash machine and dryer, and she didn't have no money to pay for the wash machine to get fixed. And she was like, "Man, my kids got clothes to wash," so she had the man come over, knowing she didn't have any money, and her wash machine and dryer got fixed.
Okay, let's spin that around. So let's say there's a female handyman who can repair stuff. I'm a dude. I got kids and stuff. I ain't got the money right now. I'm like, man, I'm going to intentionally call somebody over to my house to fix something that they told me was going to cost this much. And I'm going to stand there butt naked like Captain Morgan and think that that's going to be good payment enough for women to do that crap. I can't really pay you, but I got some. Men be like, okay.
Maybe you got to be confident in your offer. These men are probably confident in your offer. Okay, so you got a negative. So someone said negative, meaning that they agree with you, and men are not out here offering dick appointments. But I don't believe that. I feel like men are just as messy in business.
No.
I've even seen men post. Like, I've seen posts on Facebook where men, just like a woman, will post about like, oh, this business situation or this person, and y'all are just as catty as us. And we definitely know y'all just as petty because you pettier than me tonight. So I think y'all are the same.
We are not the same. We've already
I think y'all are the
established that.
same.
We say something, it's over, it's done with. Y'all hold on to stuff.
I don't think all women hold on to stuff. Just the women that you know hold on to stuff. I think some have the ability to let it go.
For real?
Yeah.
You can let some stuff go?
I said the one that you know
doesn't
let it go.
The one that I know don't let go of nothing. Huh?
I don't let go of anything, but I understand the person that I am. I'm just saying other women probably do. Gotcha. I just am not the one.
I'm glad we have had this come to Jesus moment, and she realizes that she lets go of nothing. Keep that in mind. Nothing.
Why does it matter if I let it go or not?
Maybe.
And what does that have to do with the dick appointment?
I don't know what this got to do with business and pleasure no more, but
business and pleasure means you trading dick appointments for business. That's the pleasure in the business.
Oh man, this conversation went so far left.
I feel like all of our conversations end up going so far left. And in the end, what we have accomplished today is we have found out that men are just as petty.
Nope.
They trade sexual favors for business.
No.
Yes, that's literally what we found out.
No.
And y'all friend circle is just as messy. Y'all just don't outwardly talk about it as much. That's what I feel like we found out today. I like to wrap up the conversation so that everyone understands where we are. And we all know Kevin is petty. So we're going to say most men are petty. And y'all trade sexual favors. Dick appointments for products.
So it's okay for me to go trade some dick appointments for some product?
Go ahead, homeboy. Go try it.
Couch?
No, that's not going to buy you no couch.
Damn.
So look, I got an agree. I wrapped that up and the comments agree with me. This is what we have learned today.
You only going to read the comments that agree with you.
Somebody said the recap is cap. No, I don't read just the comments that agree with me.
The recap is cap.
Look, this one said the Little League dudes trade their services for things. Kevin. And it's not like Kevin, like red light. Kevin! The Little League dude trade stuff for services. So all the Little Leagues out there, and I'm sorry, Little Leagues, apparently this is what it is. Y'all out there just trading dick appointments, sexual services for different things. That's what it is.
Nope. Listen. Old girl want her son to be on the field. She realized her son maybe ain't the best player. Hey, mama got to do what mama got. Like Forrest Gump mama. Forrest Gump mama.
Oh, my God.
Remember? She wanted Forrest to be in that school.
So, yes, it is kind of the same thing. But there's food stamps.
My boy came out of that.
There's other things that you can trade. But the same thing is, so you're trading pleasure for some type of like business, whether it's product, service, whatever. It happens.
I hear you, boy. But it's a lot of Forrest Gump mamas out there.
Apparently.
A lot of Forrest Gump mamas. A lot of them. They're going to do what they got to do to get their baby in a good situation. I ain't mad at it, but I'm just saying.
Apparently, there's some dudes out there that's taking Forrest Gump mama place too. Y'all just ain't talking about it.
See, there you go, talking about that reckless stuff.
The comments say, and I recapped it. So basically,
We determined that the recap was a cap.
will you recap it then? Yeah, you tell us what we learned today.
What we learned today is that women are petty.
Women?
Women are petty. Okay. We've also discovered that when it comes to business with women, with each other, they devalue their services or they try to get the lowest value that they can from a friend.
Only
and their
women.
Service. Only women, man, don't do that. Listen, man, I don't walk into my barbershop and be like, bro, I know this is a $40 cut, but I need it for $15.
Okay. All right, so only women do that.
And the recap is capped. We have captured.
It is capped.
We have captured the true essence of the recap.
So we are going to agree to disagree. And I'm going to say that women and men are the same. We just do it differently.
Well, y'all differences cause a big difference. So,
and I guess I will leave the situation and say, I guess if I have to have a friend circle, I want friends to be genuine and people to support me the same way I would support you.
That's a lie.
I don't want that. How you gonna tell me what I want?
Please, women want a whole bunch of fake validation, which is why y'all post a million things on social media. So a whole bunch of people the few people who do know you say, hey girl, but y'all want a whole bunch of likes and some random people who just being in y'all shit. Nah.
I didn't post on Facebook like that. What are you talking about?
I said women.
I just told you what I like. I said this is what I would like. I would like people around me to be genuine. And if I can support you in some way, I support you, you support me. We support each other. But if it comes to business where there's a financial exchange, then let's handle business. If we're service for service, then that's what we agree on. But I don't want anyone to haggle or devalue me. But if we're friends, we can be friends, and I'm okay with you not using me as business, and we can remain friends. I almost feel like it's better. I rather save the friendship than bring it to business, and now it all has gone to shit. I'm talking about me, not all women. Mr. Oh, y'all post on Facebook and y'all need likes.
Likes.
Because I know a lot of dudes out here searching for likes.
I'm trying to get my Instagram game up. You can follow me on.
Exactly.
I don't even know what my Instagram name is.
You do. You know. You be hoping for likes.
You can follow Hypnotize Me and Pins Plus Mo C any of my content. Does that work?
Whatever.
Oh.
So we definitely appreciate y'all for joining us as we talk about business and pleasure and allowing us to take up your Tuesday night. That's what I got. What's the wrap up?
Wrap up is, baby, I am so happy that we are together. We have done these 15 years together through all the good. See, that's why you can't give women validation. Because they always devalue you.
I'm looking at your face. It just looks so fake.
I'm trying to tell you I love you. I don't like you right now, but I love you every day.
That's facts. That's what we should say on the next. That should be our next podcast. How I don't like this bit, but I swear, like I love you. I don't want nothing to happen to you. I kill you for a little bit, but I'll bring you back every time. But you be getting on my nerves. That's what our next podcast should be. Right. And somebody said that shit seemed so fake. So save your fakeness.
Which one of your friends posted that?
You don't need to know who posted that. They said it was fake. They agreed with me.
Which one of your fake friends?
Look, my circle is tight. And if one thing, we just all agree. It was fake. So anyway, back to the wrap up. We appreciate y'all for taking y'all Tuesday night with us. We will be back to our regular scheduled time next week, which is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Actually, on Monday, is that this next Monday, we will actually be on Jazzy Conversation. So we're really excited about that. So definitely tune in. We'll post that on our pages. And this is not just a podcast, but it is actually an event. So if you're looking to be a part of our Bossfest event, definitely check out our website. It's www.boss-fest.com. But like our page, please share our podcast. Tune in with us next Wednesday as we go through more foolishness with the Butlers. And we'll post and look for likes tomorrow as we say happy anniversary for real, not fake, tomorrow. That's what I got.
That's it. You know me, I ain't in here for the social media hype.
You better post something real nice tomorrow. I know that shit. Are you gonna be on the couch? But that is all we got. Y'all have a great night, and we will see you next week.
Peace.